Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie Cruz and I'm one of the co-founders of Blend Reading. I am so excited to share that we have partnered with our friends at Phonics Read-Alouds for the National Schwa Day celebration this year. You're invited to join us, and I'm going to show you how we at Blend are celebrating and how you can participate for free. This video is meant to help you get prepared for the big day on April 7th. So let's get started. The best way to get started is from the landing page on our website, which will be linked in the description of this video and can be accessed from the Blend Reading website. From here, you can read about how we're partnering with Phonics Read-Alouds, reference this video again if you need it, and access all of the resources that we have available. You'll see that we have listed our free classroom resources that you can use to celebrate on Schwa Day, which I will dive into in just a second. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see even more resources linked. Before we dive into the classroom resources that we have available, I want to let you know that Blend is a digital structured literacy toolkit for use in classrooms or one-on-one phonics instruction. First, let's talk about which devices we recommend for using Blend. Blend works on all browsers on desktop, laptop, tablet, and smartboards, but we don't recommend using it with mobile devices or tablets in portrait mode. Awesome, let's take a look at some of these resources. And I want to say, yes, access to all of these resources is absolutely free. You are not required to create an account with Blend or log in. We wanted to be sure that everyone was able to participate in the National Schwa Day celebrations. All you have to do to access these resources is click on the links below. And right now we have two grab and go resources that I can show you. We have the Not So Lazy Schwa playlist and Spelling Mat. You can click on Open in Blend to open each resource in its own tab, which is great if you want to load all of them ahead of time to keep your lessons running smoothly when the time comes. Let's take a look first at the Not So Lazy Schwa playlist. Clicking on the link will open the playlist directly in the Blend app, and you can see we have an awesome scene set in Vowel Valley featuring some characters you might recognize from Phonics Read-Alouds stories. Let's quickly talk about what a playlist is in Blend. A playlist is a pre-built word chain or word list that you can use for blending drills or phonics practice in your lessons. You can create your own and save them ahead of time to reuse again and again, or you can choose from over 100 playlists that we have in our Blend library that focus on different phonics skills, just like this one that features words with schwa sounds. To use a playlist, you can click on the right side of the screen to advance to the next word in the order, and you can click on the left side of the screen to go back. You can see that there are arrow buttons here, but you don't need to click on them directly. You can just click on the general area. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard if you're using a computer. Typically, if you're using a playlist for a blending drill, you would see only one sound card changes at a time as you go through the word chain. However, this is more of a general word list featuring a bunch of words with schwas, so you might see many sounds changing at once. You can simply continue to move through the playlist and sound out the words with your students. One more thing I'll show you is how to minimize some distraction here by hiding the word list at the bottom and some other controls on the screen. You can do that by entering focus mode using the menu at the top left. That way you can go through the list and enjoy the full scene with our not so lazy schwa. Great, that is how playlists work. Let's move on to the Schwa Day spelling mat. I'll go back to the Schwa Day page on the Blend site and click Open in Blend again to jump straight into the word mat in the app, which you can see here. Once again, we have a beautiful scene that comes from the Not So Lazy Schwa story behind the Blend word mat, and you can see all of the grapheme tiles at the bottom of your screen that you can use to spell out words with your students. Plus two very special tiles, a heart tile for identifying heart sounds or irregular sounds, and our hero from the story, the not so lazy schwa character, to help your students point out the schwa in a word. I'll first show you a quick overview of how the word mat works. There is so much you can do with this tool, so if you do want to learn more, please check out the Blend tutorials on our YouTube channel, which is linked on the Schwa Day landing page. There are three modes on the word mat: syllables, sounds, and graphemes, and each mode allows you to manipulate different pieces on the word mat. So, for example, if we want to spell a one-syllable word like cat, we don't need to go into syllable mode. We can go straight into sounds. And once in this mode, we can tap on the screen if you're using a tablet or a smartboard, or just click if you're using a computer. And this will create Elkonin boxes automatically to help with scaffolding your students' spelling, which is so cool. Once you have tapped out all the sounds in the word, you can go back to graphemes mode and then simply drag or click to place the letters in each box. Now, of course, we want to see how to use our awesome schwa tile, so let's see an example of that by spelling the word zebra. The mat does support syllable division as well, so let's go into syllables mode first to tap out the syllables. Zebra, 2 syllables, and then we can tap the sounds in each syllable by going to sounds mode, z, e in syllable 1, and then b, in the second box. Nice, now we have all of our boxes and we can go back to graphemes mode and spell zebra. And finally, we can bring out our hero to identify that the last sound in the word is indeed a schwa sound. That is so fun! I also want to show you, of course, you can use multiple schwa tiles. So if we spell the word banana, I'll do it quickly here. You can bring out 2 schwa tiles for this word, which I'm sure your kids will love to do. All right, that is all I have for this video. I hope it was helpful in showing you how to access and use the free resources we have available. Thank you so much to Phonics Read-Alouds for partnering with us to make this holiday so fun. We hope you love these tools and we can't wait to see how you celebrate Schwa Day. Thanks for watching.